Now that we have the two puffs in place, we can start the dialog edit. I'm going to hide the dialog tracks we probably won't be immediately using. So that would be 7 through 9. And let's go down and look at the OMF tracks. If you're not seeing the video, you would go to Window, Video to bring up the video window. The way we're going to go about listening to these tracks is by using solo. And you want to make sure that this solo preference is set. If you go to Options, Solo Mode, make sure it's in XOR, cancels the previous solo. So that way you only solo one thing at a time. If I click on 11, it unsolos 13. Another really helpful shortcut to be aware of when you have to solo and audition a number of clips is the Shift-S shortcut, which solos a selected track. What you want to make sure is that you have this option selected, Link, Track, and Edit Selection. What that means is if I place the cursor on a track, it will select it. If I select a clip on a track, it will select the track. That way, if I'm auditioning, let's say this clip here, I select it and Shift-S will solo it. And then if I want to listen to this one, Shift-S solo. And it saves you the trouble of having to go back to your solo buttons and click on them. I find I use it most often once I get into a rhythm of selecting and choosing clips when dialogue editing. So let's go through each clip and let's see what we have. This seems some sort of room tone. Something I'm not sure that I'm going to be using. So I'm not going to bring that up. Let's go to this clip. That seems to be production effects. So I will select that. C to copy. P to navigate up to the production effects track, and V to paste it. Let's move to the next track.
I'm off all day working for this family and I can't get.
Okay, this is some secondary characters. So I'm going to actually put this down on dialog 12, and I think this is something that may actually be redone. So I'm going to select this whole group, copy, go to dialog 12 and paste, and then I'll hide dialog 12 again. I think this is more room tone down here. Let's listen to this. Seems to be an off-screen production effect. I'm going to bring that up. This time I'm going to select it, hold Control and Option, and just drag it up to Production Effects 1. This again is more tone. I might come back and get this afterwards, but I'm just worried about the main dialogue at this point. So here I think is the first main character's dialogue.
Need a ride?
This I'll bring up to dialogue 1. Let's go to the next dialogue clip.
Oh my God, where do you get this?
Ever since I was old enough to push a lawnmower.
So we have her dialogue, copy that, and we're going to put this on dialogue 3. Then we have his dialogue.
Ever since I was old enough to push a lawnmower.
And we'll put that on dialogue 1. And this will be the process working through. I'm just going to jump ahead to something like this that has multiple microphones. So let's see what we have here.
Maria, please let me go first. I'm too excited.
So this appears to be the boom.
Maria, please let me go first. I'm too excited.
This appears to be his lav.
Maria, please let me go first. I'm too excited.
John.
And that appears
Maria,
to
please
be
let
her lav. So what we're going to do is we're going to split these tracks, placing the cursor using the B key. Then I'll move down with the semicolon key, pressing the B key to cut that clip, semicolon down, B key. So this clip we're going to take and we'll put on his track. I believe that's his dialogue.
Maria, please let me go first. I'm too excited.
So I'm going to select these two, and this I'm going to use Control Option and drag them up so I can drag them both up at once. And then this would be her line,
John.
which would be covered in the boom as well as her lav. So let's bring this one up, and let's bring this one up. We don't necessarily need her coverage from his lav or his coverage on her lav. So this is what we're left with up here. So this is the process. We just go through all of the clips on the timeline, bringing them up, separating them, knowing that there's not going to be more than 2 tracks per character. I allocated 2 tracks for each character.